Hey everybody, I'm IamCarbonMan. We're back to play Spire. I've been playing some more of this game, maybe 10 to 12 runs for YouTube, and maybe live stream in there if people seem to want it. Um, Hopefully things go better than our last run. You can look back and find one of my first two videos is the first run I did of this on camera, and it went horribly. So let's hope that doesn't happen again. We're gonna play as a silent this time. The silent is definitely more strategic, and maybe that'll give us a benefit. We'll see what happens. So we're gonna talk to Niao, and he's gonna say whatever. He's complaining that we are not good enough at this game for him to help us. So that's okay. It's all right. We're gonna live with it. We're gonna neutralize this guy, so he is weak. Just to note, compared to the Ironclad, Silent does start by drawing 2 more cards, so our first hand will be 7 cards, and then our second hand will be 5. So our deck is still, at the beginning, a 2-hand deck. We have 5 blocks, 5 strikes. Survivor, which is a better block at the cost of discarding, and Neutralize, which is 0 cost, and kind of fits a couple roles. It's an attack, it does a little bit of damage. It is 0 cost, so you basically always would want to play it, and it applies weak to the enemy so that they deal less damage. So it's almost like a combo of a block and an attack. So we need to block this guy's 5 damage, and we will strike him for 12. Let me actually go in and, well, I had wanted to make sure that it was going to display like the sum of damage, but I'm not sure if that's working or not. It may be a bug on beta branch. I am on the beta branch of this game. I think that's there's not really much of a reason for me not to be. I haven't really encountered hardly any bugs yet, and really all I notice is I get to see what's coming up in the game faster. Like I've said in other episodes, they patch this game once a week and they add new stuff to it, and so it's pretty cool. Not a whole lot to comment on the run at this point. We're still pretty early on. With the silent, this run probably will be longer, assuming we live for long enough. We have just enough to kill this guy. So he's dead. Let's grab 15 gold. The Swift Potion allows us to draw 3 cards. And let's see. So this is in a way, this is a strictly better attack. Shivs are just like a neutralize, but you can only play them once. So this is in a way it's a strictly better attack. I think deflect, I don't know. I'm gonna go blade dance. I think blade dance can be pretty good, especially if you get the stuff to use it with. So we stumbled upon some treasure. We get 25 gold, and we get bronze scales. So whenever an enemy hits us, they are going to take 3 damage from hitting us. It's like we're spiky. We have a potion lady again. We will go ahead and buy 2 potions. We get 2 dexterity potions, which are both good. And we will... I'm trying to decide which path we're going to go down. First, we got to kill this guy either way. So yeah, Blade Dance gives us 2 shivs, which are, by themselves, that's 8 damage, so it's better than 1 strike, at least until we upgrade our strikes. I love the jiggly text. Like whenever there's an effect, the enemy will say like, "You do not belong here," and the text is all jiggly. And I think it's an interesting design space to play with. I hear that word a lot with gaming snobs. Yeah, see, so now we have this little summed up damage thing here, which is kind of nice. Explosive Potion deals 10 damage to all enemies, which honestly I think is better at this point than just 2 dexterity. So we, discarded one of those, and we can... I don't know. So you have some of these cards that are unplayable, and they only work when they're discarded, which, builds into, like, you make a run around discards. I don't know if I want that. I'll take Calculated Gamble. It basically allows us, if we get like a really shitty hand, to try and get something better out of it. And then with this path, honestly, like, we can go to a shop and an elite and some combat, but we can also go like question mark, fire, combat, fire, chest, fire, combat, fire, combat, question mark, fire. That's like 5 fires, and that'll allow us to get a lot of upgrades, hopefully. And see, here's an upgrade. This is just going to allow us to upgrade a card. So I think we would like to upgrade Survivor, because that gives us a lot of block. It's like a lot of block. And then here, so we can, I don't know if we even saw this in our Ironclad run. You got Campfire. We can rest and heal for 30% of our maximum HP, or we can Smith to upgrade a card in our deck. And I think this time we'll upgrade Neutralize. So the dealing 4 damage, I don't really care, but applying 2 weak means that enemies are going to be weak for longer, and so it kind of lasts longer as far as that like protective effect goes. So with these guys, let's see here. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go Blade Dance. I'm going to throw an Explosive Potion. So this guy's down to 2 HP. 1 Shiv will kill him, and then I can just unload some other stuff on this guy, and he might actually... He died first turn. That was really nice. We did use an Explosive Potion for it, but I mean... that's what they're there for. Bane, you know, we haven't seen Poison yet, obviously, either. One of the big things that the Silent does is Poison, which we probably won't see a lot of on this run, but hopefully we will in a future one. Outmaneuver, it's not too good. Sucker Punch, I don't think is really necessary at this point in the run, so we're going to skip this one. And we will upgrade probably Blade Dance. It adds 3 shivs. That's even better. You know, if we get some combos for it to work with, it'll be extremely good. And then here, I mean, I'm gonna wait until the second floor to go to any shops. See, this is just great. We got Snecko Skull. Well, maybe we'll go for a poison build now. So this, whenever we apply poison, it's gonna boost any poison cards that we get. So hopefully we get more of those here pretty soon. We will Smith again, and I guess we'll Smith Calculated Gamble. This removes the exhaust from it, which means that we can play it multiple times in a combat. So, I mean, if we want to go combo, 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 we can, potentially. So, like, this hand, honestly, neutralize on, dang it, my mouse, neutralize on this guy, and then Calculated Gamble. And we're going to draw, basically, see, like, this is what I was hoping for, is drawing a ton of strikes, because now... that's 12. This is enough. So we can kill this guy. So that's the value of Calculated Gamble, is you can just go like, I'm not sure I like this hand, and if you have the leeway to change it up, then you can just change it up. So with this, I don't know if I want to Calculated Gamble this turn. I think I will just block twice and hit him for 6. I mean, we could do this and try to draw into a Neutralize, but I'm not gonna sweat it. And enemies are still taking 3 damage whenever they hit us, which is nice. There are other ways to boost that amount, so they take even more damage, which is nice. So we are going to get hit for 1 here. I think that's the first time we've lost HP on this run, which is pretty sweet. If we had another Explosive Potion, we could kill him, but that's alright. On the first floor, you know, things aren't too high stakes, says the guy who had an Ironclad run on his first episode that utterly failed. But, yeah, things are too high stakes. Like, you know, you can generally make a lot of decisions. I like Dagger Throw. It's a good card. You know, it lets us cycle. But if you can't play it, you know, it's not worth a whole lot. I like Backflip, but I'm not going to take either of them, I don't think. I think we have a good thin deck right now. All the draw power we really need is going to come from Calculated Gamble. And then, at this point, like, we don't need to rest. We'll heal 1 HP if we do. So we might as well start upgrading Strikes and Defense, which you rarely do. It's extremely awesome to have so many fires on the first floor. That almost never happens. So we will defend once. I maybe should have put a Dexterity Potion, but I'm going to use a Blade Dance because I know I want to do this. This guy, if you look, whenever he attacks us, he's going to steal 15 of our gold, and we don't want that to happen. So I'm going to allow myself to take a little bit of damage, more than, you know, I would anyways, in order to try and kill him faster. We only have a couple turns before he will take all of our gold and run with it. We will Survivor off of Calculated Gamble, and we should have him next turn. You can look at what is in your draw pile. So like next turn we know we're going to draw 2 defends, but they're not shown in order. So like if there were 10 cards here, we wouldn't know which 5 we were going to draw. And you can do the same thing with your discard pile, obviously. doesn't matter what order these are in, because by the time they get back into your deck, they're going to be shuffled. So yeah, this guy, if we had not killed him, would have attempted to run away, and we still have really good HP. Expertise I don't think is necessary. I will take leg sweep. Well, do I want leg sweep? I don't think I want leg sweep either. It's a good block, but it costs a lot. I mean, 2 versus 1. But so this is, we can go down to 60 HP to remove a card from our deck, and I tell you what, I will. We will remove a basic strike. So that just makes our deck thinner and gets us to, like, these 4 cards. Like, if I could just have a hand consisting of multiples of these 4 cards, I'd be happy with it. Because, like, you know, Blade Dance by itself is better than Strike. Survivor is better than Defend, although you have to discard for it. So, like, generally, one thing that you learn pretty quickly as you advance in this game is that Strike and Defend are the worst cards in the game. And that sounds kind of paradoxical. You're like, why? You know, they're the cards you start with. You know, most cards in the game are better than Strike and Defend. So this is the slime boss. Obviously, I fought, I think, all the bosses in the game on previous runs, off camera, obviously. He will, you can see that he'll split when he hits 70 HP, so he'll become 2 smaller enemies. I think what we would like to do here is go ahead and use Survivor so that we're blocking all of his damage, and then we'll Blade Dance so we can hit him pretty hard. And honestly, I think that'll be enough. I don't think Calculated Gamble is necessary. Next turn looks pretty good. I wish I could have Blade Dance every turn. Like, I like that card a lot. So he's like preparing another attack. You will notice he gave us a draw reduction buff, so we're gonna draw one less card for the next 2 turns, which is really sucky. And in fact, I think I do want to drink my Swift Potion. And see, this is nice because I want to get him down to where he splits before because he's gonna attack us for like a large amount of damage after that. Yes, he's gonna attack us for 26. We don't want that. So we're gonna shiv him, and we don't have enough to get him down to 75 or 70, so we will Survivor and then Defend. We're taking 10 damage, and we've gotten pretty far ahead on him so far. I think we'll be all right. I mean, turn kind of plays itself. Oh, well, I interrupted him. There we go. So he's not gonna hit us actually. I probably could have gone off of that Defend, but anyways. So we'll go Blade Dance, and then we kind of just want these guys to split about as quickly as possible. But if we, so like this guy will split at 35 HP, right? But we'd like to get him down. Like if we could have him, if we could attack him and get him down to 20 HP on the same turn as we do that, we would like that. Honestly, I think I'm gonna strike Calculated Gamble, and I like that. So we don't actually want him to split this turn necessarily. We'd like to kind of split them both on around the same turn, if possible. They are making us very frail and weak, so that our blocks and our attacks are kind of worthless. Not worthless, but worth less. I will attack him now, I guess, so that takes 12 damage off the table, which is better than any other block I have. And then we'll Survivor off of a Strike and Defend. We're not taking any damage. He's going to get hit. This guy's going to split. So this looks pretty good. I like the way this looks. Well, I'd like to neutralize you. And then, I mean, we can only defend twice, so I'd like to Blade Dance. And then let's try and kill one of these smaller ones. We are about to take 11 damage, which sucks. You do heal fully after a boss fight, which is extremely helpful. And we're just weak and frail for a long time, which I don't like very much, if you were wondering my opinion on that matter. We're gonna, I mean, I can't see us dying to this boss. It's just a matter of it being annoying because we're being kept weak. Now that we're gonna be able to attack, like, honestly, I'm just gonna try and kill some enemies. cards. Like, that's all I really care about right now. Admittedly, that's not necessarily the smartest thing because we are about to take 24 damage. Are we seriously gonna die as well on our second run? Like, I'm not bad at this game, I swear. So I guess we'll neutralize and then calculate a gamble. They do also fill our deck with wounds, which are these unplayable cards. And that's another thing that this boss is very... It's probably the most annoying boss in the first floor. You know, hopefully over the course of these episodes we'll see all of the first 4 bosses. Well, this is like we're going to die actually. Yeah, I guess we will. That sucks. Man, I hate having to upload these short videos. Maybe I'll do 2 runs in this video. So that's death. That sucked. I guess we'll just alternate back and forth. We'll do an ironclad run now, and then maybe we'll see where that goes. If it gets real long, then we'll kind of roll with that. So I assume he's gonna confront the first boss or whatever. It really, like, I understand like the challenge in it, but kind of just makes some things in the game harder than I feel like they need to be. This is 4. I don't like the paths that are available. I guess we'll take this one. And I mean, this is the best hand you could expect on this guy first turn. Oh, I guess bash would be better, but we'll bash him next turn. I'm going to take 6 damage because again we'll heal. That was what essentially killed us last time. Is we lost half of our HP for that deal, and then at the beginning to remove 2 cards, which is usually good. It's just our map was not very suited to it. So we're seeing some of the red cards. This is a good card, but I don't like rage at all. And wild strike, I don't like having wounds, so we're gonna skip that for now. Forever, I guess. I mean, we can't go backwards. So this allows us to pay HP to try and find a relic. You'll see it lose 3 HP, 25% chance to find a relic. Didn't. 35%, so you can continue to pay. This time we got it pretty quickly. If you do not play any attacks during your turn, gain an extra energy during your next turn. So like if an enemy's attacking for 15 and we're just like, we'll just block this turn. Works, next turn we'll get more energy, and that makes our next turn, hopefully more plausible. This guy's already basically dead. Although he's going to block, so we're going to have to hit him for 11. I mean, 2 strikes, that's not hard. Okay. Inflame is a pretty good card. It allows us to gain strength. It is permanent. This is the first power we're seeing, I guess. Powers are different. So you see there's 3 types of cards. They're actually well displayed here. There's attacks, which deal damage. Skills, which are, mainly like blocks and other things like that. And then powers are actually, when you play them, they don't go into your discard pile. Well, you'll see there's an animation. They're absorbed into your character, and they provide you with something permanent for the remainder of the combat. So Inflame is a pretty good one. Upgrade 2 random cards, lose 16 HP. I'm willing to try it. Upgraded Inflame and a Strike. Not necessarily as excited about the Strike, but the fact that it upgraded Inflame to give us more strength is pretty good. These guys, once you attack them one time, they're gonna get all mad. So I guess we will defend, and then we'll strike each of them once, and they're going to gain block, and then next turn that block will wear off, and we can really start to get in there, And, well, I guess you inflame, and then you strike, and then you block. Works out, it's just a little bit slower. We will kill you. You're dead. Shrug It Off is good. Whirlwind is good. I think I want Shrug It Off. I'm going off of, previous run experience. So if you see me like, why do you do that? Like, I mean, hopefully as we play, you'll kind of be like, oh, I remember when he got that card. Or if you watch other people, stream this game, it's really popular on YouTube and Twitch. I first got into it from watching Northern Lion, who a lot of people know. Let's see, what do we want to do here? I would like to remove a card, which I think I will do. We will remove a basic strike. It makes our deck more consistent. And then we'll add a rampage. I didn't explain any of this. I mean, hopefully other people that are watching this are also watching other people, because it's a game that you like to watch a lot of, I think. But this is the shop. We can buy cards. These colorless cards are, you see that there's certain red cards that are specific to the Ironclad, and there's certain green cards that are specific to the Silent. These ones are usable for any player. This is Apotheosis. This is the best card in the game, in case you were wondering. It allows us to upgrade all of our cards, so you play it, and it's like, well, now it's as if you had encountered a ton of campfires like we did on our last run. It's very helpful, but we didn't have enough gold to buy it, and I'm not gonna try and save up and hope it shows up again. And there's some relics we can buy and some potions we can buy. We'll hopefully buy potions later. We didn't have enough. But that's good for now. It's also the shopkeeper. You may have noticed the shopkeeper. He's a cool dude. We are going to fight these guys. These guys are not too tough. The main deal with them is that they gang up on you. So I guess we will strike, and then they're hitting for, what, 13? I'll defend, and I'll drink a block potion. I don't want to take damage right now, because we're about to face an elite. Boy. Alrighty, let's... Well, do we really need to inflame? I didn't explain Rampage when I bought it, by the way. The Rampage is nice because every time it's played, its damage increases. So as you cycle it through the draw and the discard pile, it gets better and better. It helps a lot with bosses. We are weakened, but we also have a ton of strength. So now, like, I feel like if we shrug it off and then Rampage somebody, somebody go get Rampaged, and then, like, we're gonna steamroll them. These two guys could probably be dead next turn. We are taking a little bit of damage, like 2. 2 is a small amount of damage. In case you are new to human language, this is a crappy turn. But I mean, we're not gonna take any damage. That's for darn sure. Okay, so now I feel better about this. So Rampage kills you instantly, which is nice. And then I guess we'll hit you, and we'll hit you, and we'll take 5 damage. If you are kind of watching the show, see, Rampage, now that we're not weak, is like really good. And that's also because, we have more strength. But hopefully, oh boy. Armaments is a good card, so you'll read it and you'll say, okay, gain 5 block, upgrade a card in your hand for the rest of the combat. That's nice and all. If you upgrade Armaments itself, then it becomes gain 5 block, upgrade every card in your hand for the rest of the combat. So it's kind of a poor man's Apotheosis. It's a really good card. By itself, it's not necessarily very good. This is Thread and Needle. It's a relic. Start of each combat, we will gain 5 plated armor. Plated armor is, well, you'll see it in the next combat. It's sort of like an enhanced block for us. So we have 5 plated armor, as you can see. Let's block. And then these guys, they have this thing called Artifact. It negates 1 debuff. So, like, if I was to bash this guy, he wouldn't be vulnerable. Which is why I'm not going to just yet, but I will Rampage. So you can see we gained 5 block at the end of our turn. And that's plated armor kicking in. If the enemy hits us and like breaks through our block, our plated armor will go down by 1 each time. And that sucks, but that's why we want to try and block all damage. So like shrug it off. with plated armor will block all damage. Armaments isn't necessarily all that good yet. Will inflame. And then, well, next turn we'll see with the... Oh, maybe we won't. Here pretty soon we'll start to see the debuff they gave us. They shuffled a status card into our deck. Kind of like that slime boss on our silent run, which sucks. But these ones aren't as bad. See, this is dazed. You can't play it. I get it, you can't play it. But it's ethereal, so like at the end of the turn, it burns up and we don't have to deal with it anymore. We're just gonna block, I guess. It's a lot of block. In like the earlier versions of this game, before these enemies were balanced, they actually gave you wounds. So like if you weren't fast enough, they would put like 20 wounds in your deck, and wounds are like that, but you know they don't go away, and it kind of sucks when they don't go away. In case you were wondering, we're still not taking any damage. We got 1 down, 2 to go. Feel pretty good about this. We're doing good. We're making good time on these guys. We'll shrug it off. Just, I mean, why not? Okay, see, Rampage is getting real good. We'll shrug it off once. We're drawing dazes left and right. And it's a dazed nightmare. But that's alright. We're getting close. This guy's probably dead next turn unless we draw a hand completely full of dazes, which might happen. So yeah, so he's dead, and then we'll bash you. You won't get the debuff, but we will hit you for 13, which is, that's a nice amount of damage. So yeah, that seems pretty good. I guess we'll armaments and upgrade this strike. See, like, upgrading 1 card, not necessarily that good. Upgrading all the cards in your hand, so like upgrading 5 to 7 cards, depending on if you get card draw from another one, that's pretty good. It's a pretty good effect. So that was one of the best fights I've had with these guys. Anchor, start each combat with 10 block, so enemies that are attacking us on the first turn, for like less than 15 total, they're not going to get through us. Limit Break. Now, this is a good card. I don't know if you've noticed this, but see how there's like a gray banner right here? That means it's a common card. If you look at Rampage, the blue one means it's like uncommon, and then these are rare. They're gold. This doubles our strength, so like if we were to use it right now, we'd have 6 strength. It's really good. And also, when upgraded, it removes its exhaust, kind of like Calculated Gamble for the silent, so we can just keep doubling our strength every time we draw it. It's a very good card. It enables wins a lot of the time. What I was trying to say earlier is, like, I hope that if you're... Oh, man. I'm going to upgrade armaments. Hopefully we'll be able to upgrade Limit Break soon. What I was going to say is, like, if this is just... if you're just watching this game for me and you've never experienced it before, I hope that I'm not blazing through it, but also, like, you're not seeing my first reaction, like I'm going, oh, we'll shrug it off, we'll defend, and as when I was first playing, I was like, oh, I'll play this card, and it was a lot slower, but maybe that's good, maybe it's a good thing. We will take a relic and receive a curse. Mummified Hand, whenever we play a power, a random card in our hand costs 0 for the turn, so that basically, like, allows us, it lets us kind of chain cards. It's really nice. Now we will upgrade a Limit Break. And we're coming up on having almost all of our cards upgraded. If we don't take a whole lot of damage from this guy, which I highly doubt we will, then we probably don't need to rest yet. We will armaments, and then we don't need to limit. We don't have any strength to double yet, so we will bash. We will. My apologies if you're hearing that on stream. I just realized that sound might cause people some issues. We're going to take a little bit of damage off for regret, but whatever. And then... So yeah, we probably don't need to rest before our boss. The first 4 boss usually isn't a ton of an issue. He is dead. And that means we can upgrade another card, which will probably be Rampage. Flex, I don't really think we need... it's a good card, though. gonna skip it. I think if we keep our deck tight with Limit Break, then we should be good. So we will Smith and upgrade Rampage. So it doesn't deal more damage immediately, but it deals more damage per use. So first time we play, it's gonna deal 8, then it's 16, so on and so forth. We will go ahead and play Stroganoff just to draw. And I guess we'll play Armaments. We don't have anything better to do. I was hoping that we would draw Inflame so we could get our Limit Break combo started, or at least Rampage so that it would get through our deck sooner. So see, Inflame made Strike free, which is really nice. This guy hits us for a lot on this first turn, but after that he's not going to hit us for as much. I will play Defend, and then I will also use a Weak Potion. So he's only hitting us for 24, which is not as bad. He is going to break through our through our plated armor pretty quickly. So yeah, I think we're going to be down to 1 plated armor, so that's not that good, but we're in a good spot. We will play Armaments just to get everything here upgraded, and then we already have 5 blocks, so we'll probably Rampage just to get it cycled. Bash theoretically could be better just because we're probably going to get like Inflame or Limit Break on our next turn, but I'm not going to overthink it too much. We did not get anything close to Limit Break. We want to try and play out our hand as much as possible because Regret deals more damage for each card in our hand. So you want to try and not have leftover cards, even if you don't necessarily need to play them for the combat you're in. So here's where we will play Limit Break. And I think we'll just double Strike Plus. We could try and draw for like an Armaments or something, but I don't think that's an issue right now. And this is the nice thing about this is like now, if you look at our deck, like we have a couple cards that aren't upgraded, but most of our cards have already been passed through the Armaments machine. This sucks. These burns, we can't play anything with them, and every time we draw them, we're gonna take extra damage. So that sucks. So I guess we'll play Defend and Bash because honestly, I'm not gonna play Armaments. I think I am a pleb. We're gonna lose some HP and the remainder of our plated armor. But that's not, a huge deal. Rampage is now 33 damage by itself, so that feels pretty nice. We're gonna take 3 damage, and we've got him pretty good. You notice he lights these fires, so he is gonna hit us pretty hard next turn. But I think we're okay. In fact, I'm just gonna hit him for what was that, 66 damage. It's a good amount of damage. So yeah, see, now he's going to hit us for 30, which, in case you were wondering, is a lot. So we will Limit Break, and then I think we'll just Defend Armaments. That way we take the minimum of damage this turn, and then he's basically dead next turn. We have 12 strength. We also will have extra energy because of Art of War. Man, I keep getting these runs that are really close to death, but I don't think that's going to be an issue this time. Although admittedly, we are taking 23 damage this turn. We will Rampage just because it's so good, and then we can defend. We're not gonna die. So we just barely made it through this boss by the skin of our teeth. You may be saying oh, you haven't made it through yet, and it's yeah, but I basically made it through. See, Rampage, he's dead. That Rampage was lucky, but we were still probably gonna kill him. We get 98 gold. We get a Fire Potion, and we'll get a rare card here. And to be quite honest with you, I like Offering, I think. Gives us 1 turn per combat that's really better. Brutality, that's, you kind of get locked into these things. It's oh, you're losing 1 HP every turn, and it's I don't know if I want that. And then Fiendfire, that's alright. I'll take Offering. It's a good enough card. And then this is where it gets interesting. Mark of Pain. Gain energy at the start of each turn. Start combats with 2 wounds in your drop pile, so I don't really want the wounds. Sozu is alright. We get extra energy every turn. So our little energy counter will go from saying 3 out of 3 to saying 4 out of 4. But we can't use potions. That's generally there's several relics that give you this gain extra energy effect, and this is the one that has the least drawback. This Calling Bell is kind of like a mixed bag. You get 3 curses, you get 3 relics. I think I'm going to go for it. We got this curse exhausts itself after the first time it's in our hands, so that's not too bad. Doubt kind of sucks. Parasite doesn't do anything, but if you remove it from your deck, you lose HP, which is like, or max HP, so our counter would go down to 77, which kind of sucks. But for it, we got Molten Egg. Whenever we add an attack to our deck, it's upgraded. So every like future attack that we get will automatically be upgraded. Self-forming Clay. Whenever you lose HP in combat, gain 3 block next turn. So that can be pretty good. And Karen's Ashes. Whenever you exhaust a card, deal 3 damage to all enemies. And we don't have necessarily a synergy for that yet. You can see like the only cards we have that exhaust are admittedly Clumsy, and then Offering. But I mean, that's alright. Well, maybe we'll get more. So we can look forward and ahead to see what our boss is. I believe this guy's called the Champ. I don't think we're going to have too much of an issue with him as long as we get through the floor alright. And I think I can see which path we're probably going to take just because it's got a lot of question marks that look nice. This guy also has plated armor, but he has a lot more. So it gets really annoying to have to break through all this plated armor. In fact, do I want to use a fire potion on him? I don't think I do. He's not going to hit us. We have 10 from Anchor and another 5 from Plated Armor. So let's Bash, Strike, and I think I will use a Fire Potion just to speed this up. Because we are going to be weak next turn. So see, now he's going to have 13 for next turn. And how many for next turn? It's like, ugh, would you not? That made a defend free, which, like, don't really need to defend this turn. Oh, we might as well play it, though, because we'll take less damage from Regret. And also Regret, in a way, kind of plays into Self-Forming Clay, because, you know, next turn we're going to get extra block for his 12 damage. That probably won't be a big deal, but, I mean, we might as well play Armaments. We might as well play... Wait. No, we don't need to play Defend. We will Limit Break, and we will Rampage. And then, also, Clumsy is going to exhaust, and that's going to deal 3 damage to him, which is nice, you know, for a curse. At least it does a little something for us. I'll use Offering. Gives us the ability to use... Oh, boy. Now, this is just the epitome of a bad hand. So, I mean, we're going to play all this. We're not going to take any damage, but we're going to just be screwed for next turn. I mean, maybe not. We'll be somewhat screwed. Limit Break is always good. I'll always like a Limit Break. We don't need to play this because we had Self-Forming Clay, so we will play Rampage and Strike Plus. And he's actually dead, so that's nice. Anger can be good. This card, like, duplicates itself every time you play it, so you can get, like, 4 Anger in one turn and just be like, play them all and have 8 Anger, you know, in the future, but then you don't draw into, you know, your bashes and your stuff. Feel No Pain, I think I will take, because we could have an exhaust synergy, so, like, we could get more cards that exhaust, and they would help us out quite a bit. Shrug It Off. I mean, we could play, but I don't think I want to. I think I just want to hit this guy for, I will attack his weak point for massive damage, as the kids say. But yeah, so I think we're good. I mean, we might as well play Feel No Pain. It makes another card free. This guy, so he's put a Hex on us, right? Every time we play a card that's not an attack, he's going to put more of these garbage dazes in our deck. And that's not very kind of him. In case you hadn't noticed, I hate this enemy. It sucks. See, Offering? There's Dazed. Inflame? There's a Dazed. Armaments? There's a Dazed. Whatever. I'm still gonna play my hand, you dip damned-aroo. We are gonna deal a ton of damage and gain a ton of block from I guess in a way it's interesting because all those cards, every time we exhaust them, are going to hurt him and give me block. So that's kind of nice. We're doing all right on him. I guess we Limit Break Rampage. That's the play, and then we could. Oh, he's dead actually. These two are gonna kill him. So that worked out pretty nice. We actually left that fight with more HP than we started it with. I don't think I need another Armaments Plus. I don't really think I need any of these. Woofed. Alright. This guy wants 100 gold for Jax, lose 3 HP, gain 2 strength, exhaust. I'll take it. You know, it plays into self-forming clay, it plays into Karen's Ashes, you know, feel no pain, it plays into limit break. It's a good card. I like it. And we'll go to the shop. Hopefully we can buy something good here, even though we did spend 100 gold. I would like to get frozen egg, but obviously we can't. So I think I'm going to remove a curse, and the curse I'm going to remove, I think is going to be doubt. I prefer to lose HP, which like might somehow benefit me through self-forming clay, than just to be weak, because just be weak just makes your combat worse. Ooh. Okay, check this out. I like this. Ancient writing. Scaling the city, you notice a wall covered in the writing of ancients. As you try to wrap your head around what the puzzling symbols and glyphs could mean, the writing begins to glow. Suddenly, the message becomes clear. Remove a card from your deck or upgrade all strikes and defense. Unless you've already removed like all your strikes and defense, this is worthless. So this is a noob trap that I hope most people don't fall for. Look at that. Look at all that. Look at it. It's so nice. So we'll fight an elite. I feel much better now. See, like now, look at our deck. We don't even need armaments anymore. We have 3 cards that aren't upgraded. No, sorry, 4. So like I feel good, and you know you can't upgrade curses. It'd be interesting if you could anyway. We don't need to do that, but we also don't need to limit break because it doesn't do anything. So we'll bash, we'll rampage. This guy kind of sucks. He's just gonna hit us for a lot, like every turn. He's just gonna make our lives very sad. He does have a cool stabby animation. Don't take that out of context or animate that or whatever the YouTube children do today. We'll shrug it off. We'll strike. We can defend. I don't need to, but that's gonna hurt him. Okay, we will armaments first, just because it'll make offering give us more card draw, really. We might as well feel no pain. We will probably limit break. And then, how much... We don't want to take any damage, so will that put us within not taking damage territory? It will. So we will strike him, and we will strike him. Do you have 10 strength? I like having 10 strength. That's a decent amount of strength to have. What do we... Oh, we have feel no pain. That's right. Well, I think you shrug it off. I think you defend. I think you rampage. We're getting closer. To be able to block through this enemy all the time is really good, because this is one of the harder elites. We will shrug it off. Defend. Strike. I guess it's really due to self-forming clay and regret working together, interestingly enough. There are times when curses are really good. He's dead. There are times when curses can be good like that, but it's not very common. Juicer Bracelet. Regular enemy combats are no longer encountering question mark rooms. This is good, but it's better the earlier you get it, so this isn't necessarily the best time to get it. So I'm going to take Headbutt, and the reason I'm going to take Headbutt is, check this out. Headbutt, deal 9 damage, place a card from your discard pile on top of your draw pile. So picture it like this. Rampage. So Rampage goes into the discard pile. Headbutt, place Rampage from the discard pile on top of the draw pile, offering, draw, Rampage, play it again. So we've just upgraded Rampage like twice in that. Oh, I need to actually add that and not skip it. That would not have been good. So which path do we want to take? I think, well, we don't really have enough money to take advantage of a shop, so let's try and kill some elites and get some good stuff from that. See, I love this. Just like looking at this and being like, select one of 2 or 3 cards to upgrade is really nice. This gives us more block, which could be nice. This gives us more strength, which is probably nicer. This, I mean, more card draw, whatever. I think I want to go Jax. So this is an interesting event. It allows you to it allows you to become a vampire. You remove all your strikes, you obtain 5 bites, you lose 30% of your max HP. I mean, the bites they do more damage than a strike, but not a strike plus, which is, we already upgraded our strikes, so that's not going to happen, but they do more damage than a strike. And and they heal you for 2, but your max HP goes down to like 56. And it's like, no. And, you know, vampires, they're going to leave me alone. No thank you, vampires. Champion belt. Whenever you apply vulnerable, also apply 1 weak. That's pretty good. That makes bash better. I don't think we have any other cards that apply vulnerable, but that's pretty good. Man, I not like this hand. We'll play Feel No Pain. Play Rampage. We'll play Defend. We'll play Strike. We're actually not going to take damage, interestingly enough. Which is basically because we upgraded all strikes and defends. Shrug it off. Probably jacks. I love when like 8 things go off at once. It's kind of nice. So we need. Well, I mean, we can't really play anything other than strike and defend. Like, we don't have any other cards to play, so that's simple. We will inflame. Wait, what? How did we... Do we have 2 inflames in this deck? How do we get extra strength? Oh, jacks. That's right. That's right. So, limit break. Can you say heck yes? Because I like having 12 strength. So 18, he will block for 3 after that, I think. I think we can kill him. Give me Rampage, I guess. But he's already dead, so it doesn't matter. Don't. Oh man, Shindu me with your "you are already dead" memes. Do I want another Shrug It Off? I kind of think I might. I think I'll take it. Like, just in case, because we're starting to take damage again, basically, even though it's not much. We'll play Feel No Pain, because that just makes something else free. We'll play Inflame, because it makes something else free. We'll probably use an Explosive Potion. We did get a Regen Potion, which allows us to heal a little bit of HP over the course of, like, 5 turns. We're going to get hit somewhat here. We're going to take 12, I guess, and lose a Plated Armor. I'm not too concerned about that. These enemies, they're not too bad. This elite, I mean, we're getting to the point where we're doing some pretty consistent turns. Probably Offering. Probably Armaments. Probably Shrug It Off. Probably Jacks. Probably Limit Break. And then, like, how about 12, 7, that's 19. That's 27, so we're already blocking enough. So how about you get dead, and then you get also not quite dead. Wow. We're not taking any damage, in case we were wondering. This is a good run. I feel pretty good about this run. I feel like we could pilot this to victory. This will be kind of a long video, but I'm not gonna, split them into separate videos for different runs. This guy has debuffed us, so we can't attack, which is sad, but we're still not gonna take damage. Have you heard that phrase enough? We're also gonna get extra energy because of Art of War, which is nice. So you are already dead. You are not dead, which is a revelation at the highest degree. We're at 50 HP. That's probably how we'll end this combat, which is not bad. We'll be able to hit Campfire before too long. You're dead. We're going to heal at 56. Peace Pipe. You can now remove cards from your deck at rest sites. We might want to do that. Maybe. Got a Block Potion. We've used those before. Perfected Strike. So this deals 6 damage plus an additional 3 times 4. So like it deals like 18 off the bat, and then it scales with strength. It's a fairly good card, but Heavy Blade in a strength build deck. So this will deal, like, say right now we have 12. This will deal 14 plus this will deal 50 damage. I like that. I think it's pretty good. These guys aren't too bad. You know, you get to see like all the different things going on here. This you'll see this enemy is like a healer, and like a different category. So like this guy is gonna buff. He's like a mystic is what he is, and this is a centurion. So you got like a little duo going on. He's gonna give this guy strength. If we allow him to live another turn, I believe he'll heal this guy for some damage. But that's not gonna happen, in case you were wondering. And then honestly, like I guess shrug it off, because I want to use heavy blade, but I want to make sure he dies. So let's limit break, headbutt, put limit break back on the top of our deck, so we're guaranteed to double our strength again next turn. So that's headbutt can get you into some interesting combos like that. So you know this is gonna be beautiful, in case you were wondering. We'll rampage and we'll defend. We're actually gonna take 1 damage. Can't even remember the last time we took damage. That's okay, because you are already dead. Alright, so like you're so dead. The amount of dead that you are is beyond me. We won't bother with any of these, I don't think. Havoc could be good, but like what happens when you exhaust a heavy blade and you're like, oh man. Honestly, I think we'll go for the elite. Stacking up relics have been good to us so far. Remove a card? Sure. Let's remove which curse we would like to remove. Honestly, of these two, regret like helps us, strangely enough. Because it'll be like, oh, lose 4 HP, gain 12 block next turn. This will make us lose max HP, but it's only 3. Let's do that. We'll move on. We're going to fight an elite. We're going to have a campfire. We're going to fight the boss. Alright, let's inflame. Let's offering. Let's, how about limit break? And then I think you go heavy blade, rampage. You're like already half dead. You're like even more dead than that. These guys are little minions. You can see they got a little minion skull. They will leave when their leader leaves. That was weird. I managed to like get the UI to glitch out. I'm very confused as to how that happened. I guess you. Well, I guess you armaments, jacks, defend, and then like, are we gonna take damage? We're gonna take some damage. I think I'm gonna trigger block pushing so we don't take damage. In fact, are you dead? You're dead. How about you? How about you? How about if you get dead, become deadened? This guy's gonna hit us for 1. Whoop-de-doo. He's gonna summon another dude, but that is a-okay. We're gonna kill this dude in the meantime, and then we'll might as well shrug it off. Best. All right. Feel no pain is finally, deck's getting a little bit large. Let's shrug it off. It's probably rampage. Probably headbutt rampage. We're gonna take some damage, but next turn you're dead. Oh man, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, see, you're actually dead, and then these guys are gonna run away because their daddy left or whatever. Okay, so we are going to have to rest at our campfire, which, I mean, is to be expected. No, I don't really care about any of these. We could go for more exhaust synergy, but the exhaust synergy isn't doing a whole lot for us. So this would let us remove a card. Toke, I guess you smoke the card. The embodiment of put that in your pipe and smoke it. But is that the first time we've rested on this entire run? It might be, like, that. This has been a really good run so far. So this is beautiful. could have gained more block, but I don't care. He's not gonna kill us. He's not gonna hit us, and he's not gonna kill us. We might want to drink our regen potion eventually, but I don't think yet is the time. Or now is the time. So like, what cards would we draw that aren't upgraded? Literally only Shrug It Off. So we might as well. I don't even want Armaments. I just want Offer. And then I think you Heavy Blade, Headbutt, bring back Point Break, Strike. Seems good. He's like already half dead, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. He's gonna raise his strength by 2. You're a bit behind the 8 ball, buddy. So now we're at 24 strength. Honestly, I'll drink a block potion just to be sure, but I'm not even gonna block because he's so dead. The amount of dead that this enemy is it's a large amount of dead. In case you're wondering how the semantics of the word dead work. Okay, we didn't draw anything, but Clumsy's gonna exhaust. That's bound to happen eventually. Now we're dealing with a 17 card deck. We're gonna draw Limit Break here pretty soon. He's gonna purge his debuffs, I think. Yeah, so he's no longer weak or vulnerable, and he has a lot more strength. But I'm not a big. I mean, he's so dead. The amount, like this enemy, this boss. In case you were wondering, I'm just repeating myself. Yeah, so just like, how about 105 damage from a strike? I like that. This seems pretty good. So you can see where this run's going. Honestly, okay, so do we take another Limit Break, or do we take Double Tap, which can double attacks in and of themselves? I think you just take another Limit Break. Why not? Where's the harm in it? Okay, so this gives us extra energy. We did not get an extra energy relic yet, which... what did we get from our bot? We got Calling Bell. This prevents us from seeing what enemies are going to do. I'm not too worried about it. I think we'll go Velvet Choker. We gain extra energy, but we can't play more than 6 cards per turn. I think we're not typically going to play more than 6 cards per turn. We'll take this path through our shop. Maybe, like remove 1 card, remove that last curse. So I'm not sure which one we want to remove is the question. So we don't have a full hand worth of energy. I was hoping that would be Inflame or Jax, but it wasn't. And this enemy is not yet dead, and that pains me so. Oh man. I might end up splitting this video just because it's gonna be long. We're already at like an hour in, I think, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. So this guy's dead. We could have done better. In fact, if it wasn't for the fact that you're dead, we would take some damage. We want to try and kill this guy pretty quickly, but I don't think that's gonna be a huge issue. Well, admittedly, I mean, this deck has an issue in that it does kind of hemorrhage HP a little bit. Let's Offering, because why not? We could have Armaments. We could still Armaments. In fact, we probably should. Let's just kick the crud out of that guy. And then we're gonna get hit for a bit. It's a new pop single. But he's dead. He's so dead. Oh. Now you're so dead. In case you hadn't noticed, we got an Artifact Potion, which gives us the same effect as those robot guys in the first 4 that negate debuffs. So like if we expect we're like, oh, the enemy's gonna try and weaken us, we can prevent that from happening. I don't we need any of those cards. Excuse me. Woo! We can choose this is just like an optional elite fight, even though they're not very difficult. I think we'll do it. So we're gonna get a relic out of this. This guy, when he dies, he will explode and deal 8 damage, which I don't like, but you win some, you lose some.
backwards. We don't really need more block, but I'd like to draw more cards, please. Okay. I'm gonna kill this guy. I guess we bring back Shrug It Off. I want this guy to be dead. And we can't play any more cards this turn. Surprisingly, we are getting to Velvet Choker pretty often. I'm not sure why, because we're not... I guess Art of War is occasionally giving us extra energy. I guess it's also Mummified Hand on a lot of turns, so like this turn is going to be like, holy crud. Shrug It Off. Limit Break. Start hurting this guy real bad, and I think he's going to try and debuff us. I mean, yeah, I'll drink the Artifact Potion, so he can't debuff me. And we're not going to take any damage, which is good because the third 4 elites, like, sometimes you'll run into, like, what I'll probably end up doing is I probably won't fight this elite, and I'll probably, you know, go ahead and fight that one just because might as well. Although there is another path that gives us access to, like, 2 campfires, which could be very useful. So Heavy Blade does 74 damage, so you are already dead, and you are half dead. More than half dead. We want to make sure that we're blocking for at least 12 whenever we go to kill him. Which isn't going to happen, but I'm not going to let him hit me for 9 when, I mean, like, theoretically, I could take 11 damage this turn instead of 12, but I mean, it's so... Calipers. At the start of your turn, lose 15 block rather than all of your block. So if we're, like, really overblocking, that can be extremely helpful. Clash could be good, but I don't think it's necessarily good with Velvet Choker. Neither is Dual Wield, really, but I'll take a flex. We still can't afford any relics. We haven't bought any relics on this run. And honestly, I'll remove a card and that's it. And we'll remove Regret. We're looking not so good on HP, so we'll go ahead and remove Regret. And then that should be enough, I think. Do we have another shop coming up? We do have another shop. We could probably make good with that shop. We're just getting back the Regret that we paid to remove. Although we probably don't want 2 Regrets. That'd be a bit much. So this is gonna... We get to remove a card and we choose which one it is. But, you know, you can't choose. You get 3 options. We don't want to lose Bash. We don't want to lose Feel No Pain. Take one of my defense, sure. Yeah, we'll fight... We won't fight this elite. We'll probably rest here just to be, you know, real safe. This guy's no issue. We just killed his buddy just a minute ago. We will Shrug It Off. We will Feel the Pain. Can't really Heavy Blade this turn, but that's not... Well, now we can. In fact, now we can just hit the crud out of him. We'll bring back Rampage. He's probably dead next turn, to be quite honest with you. He's got a cool attack animation. He kind of... yeah, you're, like, dead, though. Okay. At the end of your turn, for each attack played this turn, deal 1 damage to all enemies. I like it. I mean, I think it could be good. And it's a power, so, you know, we get refunded for it. It's not a huge deal. These guys I hate. Whenever you would... They have the reverse of what we had with, like, Bronze Scales. They hit you when you hit them, which is... I mean, I guess it's fair in its own way, but... Could you not? And then I guess, you know, we'll make sure this isn't in our hand, and then we'll Heavy Blade this guy. We haven't yet seen this enemy, I don't think. He has Barricade. So his block, like, you know, we have this thing that's like lose 15 block rather than all of your block. He just doesn't lose block at the end of his turn. So he effectively has a, you know, 65 extension to his HP. So this turn looks real nice. In fact, I would like... You'd be dead. You'd be bashed. You'd be also dead, I think. And then we'll bring back a limit break now. Yeah, so now we just have to deal with this guy, which shouldn't be a huge issue. You know, we're stacking up strength pretty quickly. And he doesn't, I mean, he does hit you for 20, which is like, ow. But, you know, whatever. Play a limit break. We could have, whatever. We exhausted, you know. Don't judge me. We're still not taking any damage. Yeah. Bit of a cold lately. So we will, you know, go up to a lot of strength, if you don't mind, and then just like hit the crap out of him. It's gonna hit us for 1. Our HP is looking pretty good. I forgot to check our boss this floor. Well, you'll see the boss. I know which boss it is, and I don't think it's gonna be too bad. I'm all right with this boss. I think we're gonna do pretty good. So yeah, like just I'm not even. I could deal 208 damage, but why even? Give me a thunderclap, because this enables and it is also automatically upgraded because of molten egg, which I'd forgotten about. This enables champion belt more, so we can, you know, that makes all enemies take more damage and do less damage per turn. I may have screwed that up. So we have a lot of gold, and this makes it so that we're going to get a lot of value out of our next shop. I may have screwed up the path a little bit. Not really, actually. We're not going to get to fight an elite on this floor, but I'm not concerned about that. Now, do we want to upgrade a card, or do we want to remove a card? I think I would like to... Well, do I want to upgrade Limit Break? What does this do? That makes it free? It's not a huge deal. Well, I think it comes down to, do you want to do Feel No Pain or Limit Break? And I think it's Limit Break. I like the soundtrack to this game. Dun, dun, dun. Receive 2 Madness, lose 10 HP, or get a Curse and heal 19. Madness is not a great card. It just diverts costs. So we're at full HP for now. You know, we might take some damage on these guys. These guys like respawn when they die if you don't kill all of them at once. It's like what? Excuse me. And then we might as well just do this whole song and dance. You're familiar with you know how we roll at this point. Don't talk to me or my son ever again. But yeah, I feel pretty good about this. We do lose HP off of like Jackson offering every combat pretty much, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. So this guy, he's dead. We're gonna take some nasty damage, unfortunately. So yeah, this guy's gonna try and respawn in a minute. We're probably gonna need to rest again at the end of this floor, which isn't a huge issue. We'll flex. We'll offering. Oh, these guys they're dead. They're just dead. Just thunderclap killed them. They were struck by lightning from above. Whatever. The deck works. Trying to sell me all these cards. Well, I mean, the shop guy might even try to sell me some cards, but unless they're real good, I don't need them. And like this, you just hit them. You hit them. That's it. We should at least play the defend to not take more damage, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna win, and that makes me happy. In case you were wondering if I'm a happy child or not. This just like get this run out of my face. We have a free heavy blade. Life's good. Oh, oh, my bones. The velvet choker screwed us over. In case you didn't see what happened there. We'll play fire breathing. Play shrug it off. Strike him twice. We're kind of whiffing on this guy a little bit. We need limit break more. Well, next turn, we're probably gonna draw. We're definitely gonna draw at least one limit break. We might draw 2. We didn't, but that's okay. Because this man is close to death. Although we are too. I really hope we can heal pretty well. Oh, you're hitting me for 24? Who gave you the authority to hit me for 24 freaking damage? No, we could have. Well, we're not gonna get hit, but he's gonna get hit for 40 freaking 5. So, thanks, buddy. All right, just run, man. It's too much. Okay, so that was good. We popped off right at the end is what happened. I don't think we need another thunderclap, so let's buy some stuff here. If they have a regen potion, we'll probably... Oh, dude, okay, so for each curse in your deck... Oh, I love everything about this. Okay, so check this out. For each curse in your deck, start each combat with 1 additional strength. That's going to give us 3 strength at the start of combat, which is good. Combust. At the end of your turn... Oh, wait, no, this isn't what I want. I was looking for something else, so we don't need this. We will take a battle trance. You know, draw extra cards is good. Let's remove... We don't want to remove curses now, because curses are going to help us. So let's remove one of our strikes, because I don't think we need that many. And then, I mean, we're spending all of our gold. There's no reason not to. So let's buy... Well, we can only buy 1 card here, or we could buy a flex and maybe something else. But we can only basically buy 1. I think we actually want to buy a regen potion. And then a rampage. Alright, let's do it. We're going to rest. We're going to pop 2 regen potions going into the fight, so we're going to have plenty of health. So these guys, there's a donut and there's a cube dude. Donu and Deca. And their basic strategy is they just hit hard, and they hit hard a lot. But if this first turn is anything to show for it, which it probably isn't, to be quite honest, we're gonna kill him pretty quick. I guess you jacks, fire breathing, limit break, armaments, rampage. We actually are gonna get hit pretty bad this turn. We've been adding a lot, to be quite honest, we've been adding a lot of attacks and not a lot of defensive cards. We could die. We could totally die, which sucks, but one of the things about Slay the Spire is, like, the final bosses, they can and will just be like, no, you die, sir. Okay, so what do we want to do here? I think we want to... Bash doesn't make this guy vulnerable because they have Artifact. So let's go Rampage, Headbutt, and then honestly we're gonna bring back Limit Break rather than just Rampage. So we're gonna get hit for what, 11? We're still relatively good. We're at about half HP. We're popping off pretty quick. So Limit Break. Thunderclap doesn't make everybody vulnerable, but it does hit both enemies at once, which is good. We're still getting hit consistently every turn, but if we can get Limit Break 1 or 2 more times, then we can just, like, kill him maybe 1 turn, this guy another turn. See, like, Limit Break, Offering. Wait. Yeah, Offering first. Inflame. Feel No Pain. Battle Trance. Okay, we need to keep an eye on our Velvet Choker, though. So, we need to block more. We're still going to take 19 damage, but we are at 51 strength. So, I don't think... we're not even going to take anywhere near that much damage because all those cards will be exhausted. That's good. That's nice. I think we've got this. I think we can do this. So, this guy, he's dead. He doesn't know it yet, but he is dead. So, like, now, here's where we just win. Like, if you notice there, for a minute we were like, we might die, but then we popped, like, 4 limit breaks, and it's just like, yeah, we win. For a second I was like, can we actually not kill him? But we could. So, that's a run for that's a winning Ironclad run. You'll see what the ending looks like here. Thump, thump, thump. A deep pulsing dread can be felt throughout the room. Is this the heart of the Spire? The source of this evil? You ready your blade. You deal 578 damage. The heart squirms and bleeds, but is ultimately still pounding. Are your mightiest attacks not enough? You ask yourself, have I been here before? You feel that you have dealt a total of 3,505 damage to the heart. A total of 1,149,431,584 damage has been dealt by all who have challenged it. The heart pulses louder and louder as your consciousness fades. So this is like the mysterious ending of the game. You will notice our score is equivalent to the amount of damage we dealt, which means the total damage we've dealt is equivalent to all of our scores throughout the game so far. And that 1 billion plus figure is the total score of everyone who's played the game so far, and it just keeps counting. They hook it up to Steam, and they, which I think is pretty cool. So that's a Slay the Spire run. We can actually check the leaderboards and see how we did. I don't really have any Steam friends that play this game, and we are 4,906th on the leaderboard. But why? Like, what determines whether we're behind all these guys that also had that amount? And also, like, who's the highest on the lead? 10,505? That's insanity. Best win streak? Not us. Best time? Also not us. But then also, like, get me back to the first guy. All these people, like, they just start and then quit, I guess? Or are they cheating? Like, does this... Oh, with fastest victories, these people have to be, like, cheating, because you can't win in 0 minutes. That's just, like, that's clearly a hack. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm 8,176th for the freaking silent. There's no win streak for the silent at all. But anyways, that was some Slay the Spire. I'll be updating more of these on my channel, in the coming days. Stay tuned and watch some more. I'll start playing some other games soon. I'm gonna import some old Steam keys into my Steam library and hopefully have I'm gonna try and play like Skyrim maybe. So we'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching. I don't want to do the whole like and subscribe spiel, but if you want to like and subscribe, because if you liked it or you want to be subscribed to it, then that's what the button's there for. Probably don't need to remind you of that, so I probably won't ever do that again. But anyways, bye. Thanks.